Hello everyone, this is your lecturer Hajirah Farooq, and today I'll be summarizing the first and the second of your module called Academic Skills and Studying with Confidence for Cohort 12, Semester 2. The module code for this module is BMM 3113. So we started off by discussing the learning outcome of this session, which is the first learning outcome, and that is to use the effective search techniques to find relevant and reliable information. At the end of the session, you will be able to understand what is literature review, understand how to define a topic, identify the main concepts and aims of a literature review, and some practical understanding will also be gained about literature review by viewing examples of the literature review. So we started off by watching a video about literature review. And you can find this video in your lecture slides for week 1, semester 2, or 12 on the Moodle if you log into your Moodle. Then we discussed what is literature review. So it is basically like a critical recap of what has already been researched in a particular topic. Literature review is a survey of scholarly sources on a specific topic. It provides an overview of current knowledge, allowing you to identify relevant theories, methods, and gaps in the existing research. Uh, so why is literature review so important? It is important to find out the scholarly context and what is already known about a topic. It is also very important to give the reader a critical overview of the topic and also to address any gaps or contribute to a debate about a topic. And there are some key steps to writing a literature review that are mentioned below. The first step is to identify a topic, then identifying the research question or the objective, then comes searching for relevant literature, then comes evaluating and selecting sources, then comes analyzing and synthesizing the literature, which includes themes and debates. After that, we organize and structure the review, and then we start writing and revising the literature review. And then lastly, we properly cite the sources that we've used for that literature review. Moving forward, we discussed each of these steps in further detail. Identifying the topics, we check the requirements such as the minimum and the maximum word count and the deadline. We use reliable sources such as academic and scholarly articles. We select the field and select the research problem and then narrow it down. Then we also did a little activity of 30 minutes about identifying the topic and selecting a research problem. And that was a group activity. So we had these questions that the students needed to answer, and which were really helpful for them to identify the research topic. Then we discussed about identifying the research question or objective. After that, we again had an activity to reinforce the students' knowledge. Then we had a post activity on Moodle that the students were discussed. We discussed with the students, and we did that in the class as well for further enhancing the knowledge of the students. And then we had some examples of literature review, which within one link that the students were made to open and read those examples of literature review to gain more knowledge about what exactly a literature review is and how it's written and how it looks like and what is the purpose behind it. So this was the end of the first week, and then we will move on to the second week of academic skills and studying with confidence for cohort 12 semester 2. So the learning outcomes for the second week were also the first learning outcome, the one that we discussed in the first week, that is to use effective search techniques and to find relevant and reliable information. So at the end of this session, the students were able to understand the importance of academic skills for success in the university. They also have an overview of key academic skills such as critical thinking, time management, note-taking, and academic writing. And they will also learn more about studying with confidence techniques like goal setting and overcoming academic challenges. We started off with a definition, with a recap the last week. We discussed what are academic skills and the importance of academic skills for university success. So academic skills are the abilities, strategies, and habits that can help learners to succeed in an academic setting. And they are very important for your effective learning and for your academic writing proficiency and for the preparation of future success. Then we discuss some of the studying with confidence techniques, such as listening, reading, and note taking can make a student study with more confidence, as these are effective techniques for capturing and organizing information during lectures or reading a book. And then critical thinking. And then time management, which is also very important to ensure students balance between academic and personal commitments. Then we discussed academic writing. We overviewed different writing styles, citation methods, and structuring essays. Then digital skills and presentation skills are also very important in order for a student to study with confidence. Okay. Then we discussed a little bit about note taking, which is a systematic approach to processing information presented to the students by scanning the main points for the future reference. Then we discussed the importance of note taking, that it helps the students to listen actively, prevents the lack of focus, helps to reduce the study time, and it helps in the preparation of assessments, and it can also boost your knowledge and skills of the topic. Then we discussed the importance of academic reading skills and what exactly are reading skills. Then we discussed the time management and motivation perspective of academic skills and why it's so important. Then we also had a discussion about critical thinking, that is the ability to analyze information effectively and free from judgment. And to think critically, you must be aware of your own biases and assumptions when encountering information and apply consistent standards when evaluating the sources. Then we discussed the CRAP methodology of identifying reliable sources of information. CRAP basically stands for, or is an acronym for currency, relevance, authority, accuracy, and purpose. And then we discussed what is academic writing. So, academic writing is a formal style of writing used in universities and scholarly publications. You will encounter it in journal articles and books on academic topics, and you'll be expected to write your essays and research papers and dissertations in academic style. So we then moved on to revise some of the definitions of essay, research paper, thesis or dissertation, research proposal, and literature review. Then we watched a video that elaborates the 5 steps of academic writing process to make this a more easy and understandable concept for the students. And then we also discussed a little bit about the reliable and unreliable sources of information, such as Wikipedia, which is unreliable, such as the gov.uk websites, which are reliable, such as the .com websites, which are unreliable, such as the ac.uk websites, which are reliable, or the university websites, which are reliable. So, journals, articles, books, which are also reliable. Then we had a group activity where the students were assigned some topics and they had to find 2 to 4 sources of the topic that they were interested in. And then they had to read the abstracts of those sources and the headings and the conclusions. And then they had to summarize and discuss the 4 articles and select the main research topic in question. And this was all about the first and the second week of academic skills and studying with confidence module. I hope that you had a little bit of understanding about this, and I hope that this video added a little bit more to your information. If you have missed out on anything and if you need more information, please log on to your Moodle and you will find plenty of information about this module there. Thank you so much for listening. Bye bye.